What's going on, my fellow rock and rollers? Don't forget to hit the bell notification icon to be notified every time I put out a new video on my channel. Jimi Hendrix didn't play by anyone's rules, and that included the BBC network. It seemed like a strange pairing given that the BBC was a network that had a stick up their ass, while Jimi Hendrix represented the counterculture. It was a pairing that made TV history, and the results were spectacular. Stay tuned to find out the full story. In 1969, the Jimi Hendrix Experience was invited to come on the new BBC primetime show happening for Lulu. Lulu was a jack of all trades, as she was a singer, actress, television personality, and even a businesswoman. She seemed to have a pretty good relationship with the BBC, as she hosted several programs on the network during the 60s. And while the BBC was a stuffy organization, they still wanted to capture a wide audience, including those who were part of the growing counterculture movement. Lulu was a perfect choice for them, as she was mild-mannered but friends with the counterculture icons the Beatles. She wasn't going to rock the boat, and the BBC loved that. Happening for Lulu would air during prime time just before the evening news, and the show would play host to the country's biggest and brightest musicians. On January 4th, 1969, the Jimi Hendrix Experience would make an appearance on the show, and the band had to adhere to the network's strict rules, which stipulated that the band would only play 2 songs, including Voodoo Child from their latest EP Electric Ladyland, and his first UK hit, his cover of the song Hey Joe. I've previously covered the song Hey Joe and the controversy behind it, and be sure to click the link down below to check it out. Getting back to the story, the network also required that Jimi Hendrix's band would play on stage with Lulu, performing her hit single To Sir With Love. Hendrix wasn't into the idea, but humored the network. According to bassist Noel Redding's autobiography, Are You Experienced?, Lulu would perform with the Jimi Hendrix Experience as they were finishing up the song Hey Joe. Following that performance, they would break into her hit song. To deal with the stress of the situation, Redding said the band were, as he put it, so straight it was only natural that we would try to combat that atmosphere by having a smoke in our dressing room. In our haste, the lump of hash got away and slipped down the sink drain pipe. I found a maintenance man and begged tools from him with the story of a lost ring. He was too helpful, offering to dismantle the drain for us. It took ages to dissuade him, but we succeeded in our task and had a great smoke, he'd remember. Also happening the same day as the show was that the British supergroup Cream had just announced their breakup. Bassist Jack Bruce happened to be watching the Lulu show that night, counting himself a fan of Hendrix. The band went on to perform Voodoo Child as scheduled, but once Lulu introduced the band prior to playing Hey Joe, things went off the rails quickly as the Jimi Hendrix Experience went into their own jam that was full of feedback and a prelude to Hey Joe. But midway through the song, Hendrix stopped and announced, "We'd like to stop playing this rubbish and dedicate a song to the Cream. Regardless of what kind of group they may be in, we dedicate this to Eric Clapton, Ginger Baker, and Jack Bruce." The band played through an instrumental version of the Cream hit Sunshine of Your Love. Redding remembered, "We played past the point where Lulu might have joined us, played through the time of talking at the end, played through producer Stanley Dorfman tearing his hair, pointing to his watch and silently screaming at us." The performance delayed the evening news that night and resulted in Hendrix and his band being banned by the BBC. A similar topic I've covered previously would inspire Elvis Costello and the Attractions to do a similar act on Saturday Night Live almost a decade later, when the band interrupted their scheduled song to play a different song that took aim at corporate radio. NBC, of course, banned Costello, and if you guys want to hear that story, click the link in the description box below. Years later, Costello admitted that his performance on SNL was a tribute to Hendrix's appearance on the Lulu show. That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe. If you guys have suggestions for future topics, let me know in the comment section below. Take care.